man. And so it sort of, you know, maybe he really was. So I started thinking, well, he had a great memory. He learned box music when he was a baby, and he was a lifelong listener. He was a contestant on the TV quiz show Password.
Really? Oh, wow.
He was a peaceful man because he avoided the Vietnam War 3 times before penning Georgia at helicopter school, where he washed out, so he didn't have to go. And he retired from his MASH unit before Vietnam. He was a great father. He guided Jamie to be an Eagle Scout and raised him to be a logical thinker and an honorable man.
Successfully.
He was a history and bio major, so he's in a military book group, and they considered him the expert on World War II. And he was a bio major, and he invited me up to his apartment to see his fruit fly collection.
He used Drosophila as a pickup line?
He did, yes, he did. He was a bio major.
It's not as bad as Bill's Black Widow.
Up to you, too. He had a fruit fly collection at some point.
Well, basically, and when we were juniors, I was in psych and he was in biology. We took an upper division genetics class together. And the last assignment was to breed the Drosophila on some kind of a potion. And then when they hatched out, we had to count out the wing length and the eye color.
Oh my.
And our grade was based on that. And somehow some died, got away, and at that point in time, statistically, you didn't have outliers you could just throw away. So we spent about a month inventing some kind of a proportion that fit, some kind of an explanation that fit the proportions we had. And the guy was very impressed with our creativity, but not at all with our results.
So wasn't the scientific methods that you were using?
We blew it somewhere. So it was a fun class. So he used that as a dating technique?
Yes, he invited me up to see his fruit flies.
That's like going submarine racing and watching them runs or whatever.
But submarine racing, we got to see them at the Palisades looking down at the Hudson River.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you have to see his etchings? Is that what you said?
No, his fruit fly collection.
Did you ask Jim if he used that line on all the girls?
Imagine it was a winning line. You are the absolute perfect match for all of Jim's stuff. And the whole panorama of everything that turned him on, excited him, enthused him. At the maternity house, he got the moniker of Bilge Pump when he was the very first year, because he was smarter and in more touch with anything across the landscape than anybody could imagine. And he always had stuff to offer, so it was always like, it was an unbelievable fountain of information, knowledge on virtually everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which he seemed to come to college with.
I always thought there was a sexual connotation.
No, I don't think so. It was like the pump in a boat. Pumping out all of that crap.
If it was Jim, there was some...
I always thought he was a big beer drinker.
No, but it was the fact that he could
Spout information.
This is hysterical.
I don't know, that seems like a reach. All the other, naughtier and like, yeah, that seems...
That's the lousiest one you could come up with. That's what
It's very complimentary, but it sounds so sexual or so.
Gosh,
Well, I
has
would
the
say,
dirty
Jim,
mind? Who has the dirty
there was a
mind?
lot of guys who hustled all the time. They had a different day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Jim was kind of nonchalant about that until this gutting over here came, and all of a sudden the whole world changed on him. It was a great, great compliment to who he was and apparently to who you were. You brought stuff to each other. It's pretty impressive and pretty inspiring.
Right.
She said that about Scott and me when we were born.
No, what I said was, oh my God, another baby from the holy name booby hat?
That's right. That's right.
That's what I actually said. That's what where you got born
Holy Name Hospital.
in northern New Jersey. There's an environmental thing. Of course, his life's course was inspired by Rachel Carson's book Silent Spring. He went camping tentless in the Sierra snow, but was sheltered by sleeping under one of the carryalls that the university owned, but it had an oil drip. So he was in his sleeping bag underneath the drip. He worked in Yosemite Valley and climbed Half Dome, and he worked there as a gas station. And so when somebody would come up in the car and get gas and stick his arm out the window and say, "Hey, what's there to do around here?" Jim would put his greasy palm on top of the car's roof and say, "Well, sir, you can do this or that." Or...
Also talk to people into buying a lot of fan belts.
Yes,
That
yes,
they didn't need.
yes, exactly.
Gas tank covers.
Right. Oh, I think your gas tank cover's a little
You
loose.
need a Jackson rod there.
Yeah. He was chairman of Sierra Club. He was founder of the Santa Barbara Community Environmental Council, which still exists, which also put on the first Earth Day. He included environmental studies in every class he ever taught in high school. And he really was, as a teacher, he was really simpatico with the kind of the average kids, not the smart ones. So when he was teaching physics, he just brought in a car engine and let the kids take it apart. And he did a Foucault's pendulum in his classroom too. It was a bowling ball hanging from a chain.
And he turned in my brother Lyndon after he drove up the hallway at San Marcos.
That's right, he did. That's right, in a Volkswagen.
In a Baja Bug.
Yeah, right. As a scientist, he actually did understand the Heisenberg principle. Do you? Can you explain it to us?
No.
You won't.
That too.
He had lots of different pets. One, he had an owl. He had a caiman, which when we had a house that didn't have any heat on Center Avenue, and we went away for the weekend, and he left the caiman in the bathtub. There was no heat on. We got back, the caiman was stiff. He just ran it under the hot water.
It's alive!
It's alive! We had a monkey for a pet, we had snakes, we had a Dalmatian that was not a proper Dalmatian. Chickens, dunks,
Probably a regular
ducks,
Dalmatian.
blue and gold macaw, and two memorable black cats.
Aren't they supposed to outlive you?
Sue, what kind of owl did he have? What was the type?
It was a wild owl which needed help. I mean, you don't want to hear the ending.
Okay.
No, I mean, he kept the owl for as long as he could, but it really was too hurt, so of course he knew how to break its neck, so he did. So it wouldn't suffer. Of course, you know he restored an Indian motorcycle, a Porsche, 2 MGs, an E-Type Jag. He had his Lionel train layout. He could draw really well, but in sort of a cartoon style. He nurtured bonsai trees. He was a collector, scavenger, and trader, you all know that. In Denver, he found a warehouse that was full of World War I doughboy hats. So that's where this started, and we used to ski with these. And of course, I was a beginning skier, so the hat fell off. There was no way I could get it back on a steep slope, but Jim could. He was a trader. He traded a Chumash basket for a Chumash killed grinding bowl, which means that they put a hole in the bottom of it. He went to Europe when he was 17. He graduated, a year early from high school because he had been skipped. And when he graduated, he said, "Well, Mom, I'm going to Hawaii." She said, "You are not. You're going with your sister and her husband to Europe all summer, and then you're going up there with Cynthia to go to UCSB." And that's how he got there. And the only reason he might not be Oh, a traveler also went to Antarctica
That's right, I remember that.
and drove across the United States many times. But the only challenge to being a Renaissance man was French.
Romance.
The French teacher last semester, senior, said, just sit right there in the back and don't say anything. And
I'll pass.
We took that class together.
yes, I thought
We
so.
both got the same message. He said the only thing you have to promise is you never tell anybody you took a French class from me, and you never try another language.
That's right.
That wasn't Barry Osborne, was it?
No. Barry Osborne was ahead, like Bill and Cynthia were ahead.
No.
Yeah, weren't in the same classes. So, if you really ever want to go see him or feel him, you can come to the maple tree in my backyard, or you can go to Yosemite, or you can go to the Grand Canyon. Those two places where he has been thrown off cliffs. And it looks like if you want to, you can throw him off this cliff. I don't know how you feel about it, but I am pretty natural about ashes now. I've done it so often. So anyone who wants to do that may do that. Or maybe you'd rather just talk for a while.
Is this the, how much more ash do you have?
This is it.
That's the last bit.
This is the last bit.
So this is his final resting spot.
Yep. Yeah, his final resting spot.
Yes.
Unless you want to take
about it,
some home.
You want to talk?
No, I think we talk about that there are 3 resting spots. That are final one.
Right.
Because he wanted, because all 3 of those places
Be forever.
are pretty special.
Yeah.
3 days.
To him.
We had that conversation in North Rimington
Yeah.
several years ago.
Right. But, you know, any other things you want to say? Be my
Mostly,
guest.
I would say that I'm grateful that you did this today, because it's been really interesting just thinking back, lots of memories. You know, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Both you
Right.
and for Jim, the experience that
Right. Gary and Jim were
represented our lives.
roommates. Yeah.
Roommates where?
In Isla Vista
Glenn too.
and Glen.
And did the 3 of you do the Euro vacation?
Pardon?
You did the Euro vacation? That
That was ahead of us.
That was with my